Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am psiANIDe.
And I'm Narktin. Hello.
And we're getting ready to cast Game 2 of the Dreamhack Winter Championships between Elfi
and our red Zerg, Mr. Stephano.
And these guys finished Game 1 on a high note, I would say. After Stephano kind of held off some early pressure from Elfi, was able to counterattack and basically contain him in his base. And Elfi played like a whore.
Well, Stephano definitely bitch-slapped Elfi in the last round, or in the last game, and is hoping to do so again right now.
Elfi seems pretty okay with it, though. You know, pretty calm.
He's
calm
being really, what is the word I'm looking for?
Collected?
You know, when you're being, like, really nonchalant about things. He's being really nonchalant.
Being nonchalant, maybe a little bit passive-aggressive.
It's possible. Maybe they know each other and they're just dicking around.
Oh, well, they do know each other, I'm sure. Being as Elfi is from Europe and Stephano's from Europe, too. Europe's a pretty small country.
So when I took a small detour to get some snacks from the fridge, you did your research on Wikipedia, I see.
I did, yeah. I actually didn't use Wikipedia, I used Liquipedia.
Ah, Liquipedia.
It's a much better source of knowledge.
So what is Liquipedia for the folks at home?
It's Wikipedia for StarCraft.
And they call it Liquipedia?
Yeah.
Is that for Team Liquid?
It's made by Team Liquid.
It's made by Team Liquid.
Yeah,
okay.
It's good stuff to know.
Interesting.
There you go, a little fact for the day. Elfi is doing a little bit of probe harassing here with his first scouting probe there on Daybreak, which is one of my favorite maps in the arsenal for StarCraft 2.
It is an arsenal of maps.
It is indeed the most fun arsenal you can play with.
And what about Daybreak do you just absolutely love?
I really like the... it provides for a lot of different types of play available to it. You can take a third pretty fast as a Protoss player, or as any kind of player, whatever you so choose. I choose Protoss because they're the best race. but there's so many attack paths. There's a counterattack path for Zerglings. It's a fun map to watch and to play on.
I really like watching these overlords, and there are some lings going down the attack path.
We didn't even notice that. We're talking about how fun this map is. Didn't even notice that he rushed a bit of lings, but full wall off there. Elfi did notice that with his little probe out there, and he's going to wall off completely.
He's going to see if he can break it. I don't think he will, because the cannon looks like it's going to be up in a few seconds.
Yep, the cannon will be completed in just a few seconds' time and shoot those Zerglings out of there. Yep, there it goes.
Retreat. That's going to take a little bit of droning time off of Stephano.
Yep.
I'm really surprised he would elect to take this style of play.
He doesn't even have a expansion up yet. We have this probe here checking for it, but it looks like he... I don't know. He could be. He's a little bit supply blocked right now. He's gonna send these back and take out that probe that's guarding the natural there, and maybe try to expand.
Yeah, probably. It looks like he's saving up his minerals. He's not droning anymore, so he's probably gonna take a quick expansion right here. Well, a little late.
He does have a Roach Warren coming up as well, so we could just see a one base Roach timing here.
Interesting.
Which the probe is actually gonna go check that out. The Queen is not blocking the ramp, which a Queen can block the ramp on this map.
Oh, the lings are on the creep. Let's see if the probe will see the Roach Warren. I think it did.
Don't know. Let's check really fast so we can...
I think it saw something building in the background. Probably
nope, it did not see the Roach Warren.
That's pretty clutch right here.
So he does not know there's a Roach Warren. He does know that there's no expansion, though, at least from what he saw. So we can assume that there is some kind of sneaky play coming from the Zerg here.
There's definitely something sneaky going on. 3 Roaches in production. Stephano is abandoning all of his drone production, is just committing to this really early military.
If Elfi doesn't scout this pretty fast here, he's going to be kind of caught in the dark. He does have a probe coming up here. He's going to see that there's no expansion. He's going to build a couple more cannons in the back here and be fairly safe from this kind of aggression.
The Lings are going to poke in, but they're just going to retreat. They're going to see the Zealots standing guard. Not going to let anyone...
Oh! He's going to see there's no expansion, and that's going to trigger alarms going all off inside his head.
And we have 1 sentry in production. We have Warp Gate starting. No probes being built from Elfi right now.
He's going to drop a couple more cannons.
Another cannon.
Yep, and maybe one more, maybe not. But he should be fairly okay against this, I would think.
It looks really good. The cybernetics score did take some damage.
Nope.
Earlier.
It had shield damage only. So
shield damage only. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Looks like a 3rd cannon is coming down here. It should be perfectly safe from these roaches. Not, there's not a huge amount of roaches here, and 3 cannons will be finished by the time they get here, and should be able to ward away.
This is going to hold off really well. I would like to see these Lings poke up to see these 3 cannons, but he's just going to go for roaches.
Do a force
he's
field.
got a really nice position there to hit the pylon and maybe Maybe shut off one of those cannons.
Yeah, the pylon's going up in the back,
And
but
another
one pylon is going to shut off.
And it looks like Stephano's going to move in here. Two sentries are going to force field.
Nice force field there, saving them.
The cannons are going
Lings.
to deal a lot of damage to those roaches.
Yep, there's still two left, and
oh my, this is a really close one.
Cybernetics
Cybernetics core
is
taking
going to
some
win this
energy
one.
damage. One sentry moving up to the front, doesn't want to get picked off by these roaches. He's just going to keep poking in, moving back, so he doesn't get hit by that photon cannon.
all he's doing is pumping units out, though.
More Lings on the way. Stephano is abandoning all drone production.
This is certainly an all-in right now.
Alright, and 3 sentries moving off,
Yep.
tickling those roaches, but
They're
they have
going to pull back.
They have such good force fields. Maybe you can trap these Lings right here with a really strong force field.
Cybernetics core is going to go
Cybernetics core
down,
falls. Wow,
but
that's a
the
huge
second
hole.
wall is here.
It's a
Two
huge
spots
hole.
to break off.
The supply is surprisingly really close right now. This game could go either way.
One force field can close this to make it where it was before, but still no stalker production, no more sentry production. He's going to be relying totally on Zealots and this one stalker that's coming out here
It
now.
looks like Stephano is going to back up this attack with an expansion. I don't think the expansion is going to really do much, but just in case
Yep.
it moves into
And
game. And this stalker looks like
no, the stalker is going to get away. He might be able to. Yeah, these 4 cannons are going to protect this from pretty much anything. So he can move out a little bit now.
Stephano really needs to be careful here because he's letting the Protoss player get too much time to build all these cannons.
So the cannons are up. Elfi has stabilized. Stephano is still pumping units out while getting the expansion. So with the supply this close, I think that Protoss definitely has the advantage here.
He's
He
had
can't.
this- oh, go ahead.
He can't really move in here with his 4 cannons.
Yeah, not at all. And Elfi's had the second expo up for far too long for the Zerg to catch up.
Definitely. If we look at the unit counting station here, we can see that there's 19 Lings, 5 Roaches, and that's all his attacking forces against four cannons, 4 sentries, and a couple of other units, gateway units. It doesn't look very good for this attack right here. He's just going to have to pull back and try to take a third maybe after this.
I think he needs to take a third immediately. He needs to save up his minerals and just take a third and just focus on drone production because he's 10 drones behind Elfi. I don't know if he can get an economy that could match Elfi's economy right now.
And yeah, Elfi is going to be getting the upgrades he needs. He's getting an observer out. He has the robot facility done. He's getting his +1 upgrade as well from the forge, and just continuing to make sentries to defend with. And we could see an Immortal Sentry all in here coming up a little bit later due to the aggression, but still powerful due to the fact that Stephano just did not take a base.
It looks like Elfi is really confident in this game. He's moving out with his sentries. He knows that he's not going to lose them because Stephano cannot push here.
Not playing like a whore this game, that's for sure. So we do see Immortal coming out of the robot facility to deal with the heavy roach count, which is 4 right now for Stephano.
So many roaches.
Yeah, those 4 roaches can do a big damage to the
Big damage.
sentries if they don't get force fields off.
If they don't have cannons to support them.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to try to make sure that Elfi does not take a third base over here without him knowing about it. And we just do see the observer getting picked off here by
We
the
see
queen there.
Stephano building tons of drones, 4 drones in production. It looks like he's just consistently making a lot of drones here because
Yep.
he needs to catch up.
He definitely does. I think he needs to go ahead and take a third at some point here. He needs to get this infestation put down, pump out the infestors. The infestors are a little ways away from being able to be pumped out, considering you need the pathogen glands upgrade as well, or else they're nowhere near as good. However, we do just see Immortal all in, like I predicted, coming out right now. Looking like he's not going to take a third, and just going to go ahead and all in here.
Wow, warping in a ton of what looks like to be 5 sentries. That's a ton of pressure. He's going to play at the front door of the Zerg player.
The other player is going to attempt to swing in here with some Zergos. Those are going to get picked off.
He's gonna see all the sentries.
Yep.
And he's gonna know it's an all-in immediately. He's gonna retreat.
He's gonna retreat. He's gonna have to build up a big spine crawler while they're able to defend this right now. I don't think
He's got
he
10
can.
Lings in production. He's gonna hope that maybe his Lings, he can get lucky on some of the force fields and maybe get a good surround.
Yeah, the Lings have to be able to surround it, hold us off. But with that many sentries, that's
a
2
lot of
force fields a
sentries.
century. That's probably 20-some force fields.
Oh yeah, it's
So-
really like 3 Immortals is a lot.
Yeah, to do the damage up, but
Look
definitely.
at Elfi supplies, or about 20, 25 ahead. It's looking really good for Elfi right now.
Yeah, after that, the one base aggression failed there for Stephano early. He just didn't have anything to fall back on, and similar to what we saw in the last game.
All right, Elfi's pushing in. He's getting on the creep. He's out of safety. He's not in Kansas anymore, and he's gonna go for the push.
He is moving into the wonderful world of Oz, if that's what the creep is here, I guess, and pushing up the ramp against the spine crawler is not enough there. There's three infestors out now, but that's not going to be enough. Getting one good fungal.
Oh my gosh! Look at this.
The sentry is
10 supply ahead. And look at Stephano's supply just plummet.
He's just force fielding everything. Nothing can get through. No matter how hard he tries, just
taking out tons of spine crawlers. Like those spine crawlers just melted like butter.
Yeah, very good force fields though, or not force. Very good force fields as well, but very good fungals on all the sentries. But it's not going to help right now, as
all of those units are unable to help out, and that natural is going to fall.
Yep. Second base.
Unless Elfi decides to go backwards.
No, I think he's just going to attempt to cut off these units here from coming up here. He's going to try to save this pylon if possible. Yep, because he needs that support pylon there. And when he knows to cut this off, there's really no other units that can do anything.
Elfi has a lot of control in this game. He just dealt a ton of damage to Stephanos' front door, and he's making the army go away from the base, and that's going to make it really easy.
He's almost 40 supply ahead right now. A bunch of lings and infestors, but those infestors are going to be
those infestors are really low energy.
Yep. I don't know if he got I don't know if he was able to get pathogen glands out, and it doesn't look like he was, and that's the game.
There's the well played.
Yep. That kind of force right there, it's hard to... Any Zerg can hold that without having adequate time to prepare. It's almost impossible.
Stephano didn't have the opportunity to get up a third base. Like he did not have the economy to support any type of military to take this down.
Yeah, after the failed one base, it was kind of over from that point. But Stephano stayed in like a trooper and tried to do what he could.
Yeah, I think he did his best. Like he built the spine crawlers. He teched up to infestors. He did what he could, and it just wasn't enough.
Yep, the lack of bases really hurt him in that game. But that leads to a deciding Game 3.
Well, this is very exciting. We're tied up, and Game 3 should be a doozy.
Yep, we have Game 3 of the round. It's A coming up next. Join us then.
All right, take care.